Are we almost full of this too? It looks like it. What about food? Where's the food stored?
You can instruct your recycler to produce a different resource at a time. It's important that you focus on the resources you really need, at least in the beginning. Cloth and metal look like good options if you want to equip us with protective clothing and tools.
I mean, I guess I can give you protective clothing and tools.
Happy settlers are industrious settlers. That's why we ought to look after our people and protect them against the surroundings and dangers, like radiation.
Indeed.
So let's start by transforming our newly recovered cloth into protective clothing. A tailor will be able to help us with that.
All right. So, tailor shop then. It's an unattractive location, but it provides clothes. How could they say it's unattractive? Where should this go? I mean, we're pretty limited on space, right? So they might have to suck it up and just be close to the unattractive. We might leave that open for farms, I suppose. What was this place again? What the heck is this place doing? Oh yeah, the wood, wood lodge. Okay, I guess we'll just put our industrial things out here, I suppose. Off in the distance, where there won't be a bother to anyone. Happiness is starting to slip. I guess is the thing. Why is it telling me to look at this? There's no radiation anywhere. Everyone's happy, everyone's safe. Good times. We must produce the neck scarves. That is priority number 1 when you're creating clothing, producing clothing, whatever. Neck scarves, number 1. It's the top of my list as well. Weekly contaminated rain. Gotta love it. Why is this glowing orange? Someone dropped an axe? Why would you do that? Someone else had to come and pick up the job. Interesting. We have 7 babies. Well. The population is growing. Are we on the lettuces? We are. It's too bad we can't have it like automatically rotate though between the different crops. I think we're going to branch out a little bit and plop another cultivated field right here. And it's going to have whatever the other thing was. This thing. Just to give us that variety, you know? Although it looks like we can also... Oh, that's super cool. So you don't have to go through the selection thing. If you recognize the little symbol of it, you don't even have to recognize it. It hovers and it tells you. Just click on it. That's great. What is this thing flashing about here? What does this mean? Production limit of this resource is reached. So I have too much then, I suppose. I only have 1 scrap collector though, so I don't really want to take him off. Okay, make that neck scarf, sir and or madam, whoever's working on... Oh, by neck scarf they mean a cheap little cloth to cover your nose and your mouth. Yes, that blocks the radiation. Rich food! The number of different food is rich. Keeps people healthy. Instead of eating the same thing and getting scurvy. Or however you get scurvy. I don't remember, I used to know. The soil is dried out. That is a sad time. Sad time is right. Holy crap. Our stuff died. We were growing things and now we're not. Okay, but the rain is coming. The drought is over. Look at this. We're going to have a ton of rain coming.
We categorize environmental radiation into 4 levels. No radiation, low level, medium-level, and high-level radiation. The radiation changes constantly and is influenced by weather and contaminated rain. Protective clothing helps to protect us against this kind of radiation, but it takes a while before it's produced. And production relies on a steady flow of incoming resources. Try to establish production chains at an early stage and start to stockpile goods so that some are always on hand.
Good plan, sir.
The tools we brought along from the Endzone are slowly but surely running out. So now, let's focus on manufacturing new tools. The tools will help us to work effectively. We'll need metal for that, so we'll prepare for production by building another recycler, which we'll commission to recover metal from scrap. After that, we'll need a workshop to enable the manufacturing of brand new tools.
Okay, so one more recycler. And we'll, I guess, put it on the other side of this other recycler that we've got. And then one more refiner. And instruct one to produce metal. Well, we'll wait for that one to be... Oh, we can do it ahead of time. Neat. Okay, so that one's on metal. And then we want a workshop. Yes. Which is a somewhat big... Ah, but it fits nicely on the other side of the tailing. And then we must make someone into a technician as well. We only have 2 free settlers. Everyone else is quite busy. Love to see it. And now they have to make metal tools. Scrap tool, metal tool. Neat. Wonderful. How's this doing? Still wet. That's good. Looks like it's growing quickly. Which is what we like to see. Even if it does make it slightly contaminated, we'll just have to deal. 13 children. Wow, we're getting ready for like a population boom. We'll probably have to build more houses? Maybe? How full are these places? Have like 1 space open each? This one has 2. An old adult? Heavens no. Does that mean he's gonna croak? This one only has 1 person. Poor Christina's living all alone. Poor gal. And the child, look at them wrapped up. That's funny. Whoops. That's right, singular builder. You erect that workshop. Faster, faster! Should I should probably shift this over. Hold on. What, is this it? Change fuel to work? Yeah. Let's put it over. Well, let's do this to clear out the nearby stuff. And then we're going to shift it over. No, why is this dropping? Oh, because they're... Is it because they're growing? Yeah, I think it's because they're becoming adults. Okay, so that's fine. Okay. For a second, I'm like, no, the kids are dying. But they're just growing up. Which... arguably is very similar. Why isn't this place built yet? Oh, it is. It just takes a long time. Okay, okay. My fault for being impatient. What are these notifications? Build additional houses or shelters. Oh, no. I mean, I will. We'll build some more cabins. Yeah. Where should we build these though? Is there radiation here? It's radiation free. And that, my friends, means waterfront lakeside property for, well, 20 people that can live in here. That's about it. But it is something. It is 20, right? 5 per? Yeah. So 20 folks will get nice. Well, this doesn't really count as lakeside. It's almost. Yeah, it's like whoever's living here is the short end of the stick, I suppose. Plant that. Oh, it's dry. No. We need the rains. Where's the rain? Where are we here? Why isn't it showing us? Season 11. So we should be... Okay, so it's like right here. So we should be entering... Or we should be in a rainy season. Why don't we have rain right now? Look at this. Vegetation just sort of appeared on the ground. It's slowly growing. It's a nice little detail. That's cool. I have to start looking at these trees and see if they also change color for the seasons. That would be super neat. What are we waiting on right now? Nothing.
New tools, we are now
Lovely
prepared
tools,
to
yes.
work effectively. Should you ever run out of metal, keep in mind that you can also instruct your workshop
tools.
to
We leveled
manufacture
up.
tools from scrap instead of metal. Though they won't be quite as effective, it's still better than being forced to work with bare hands.
I suppose that's true.
Down in the Endzone, we had sufficient time and resources to educate ourselves properly. But our children don't have this luxury.
Why did you leave the end
We ought
zone
to
then?
build a school and pass on what we've learned. As a result, they will be able to survive and work better and more effectively.
Cool. I will say one thing that's interesting, right? The game is called Endzone, right? And that's like not where we are. We apparently left the namesake of the game. So it doesn't usually go down that way. Community will have the school. Indeed. Does the school probably wouldn't lower the attractiveness of the place, right? Of the housing? We can slap that. Where should we slap that? I don't know. Hello, Shrimp of Peril. How are you doing? Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. I hope your day was decent and productive, but not too productive. What is your thoughts on the Super TJ Maxx you apparently went to? Is it worth it? Is the Super moniker worthy compared with the standard store? We also have to make someone a teacher. The one thing that's kind of funny, because it seems like the settlers kind of pass the jobs amongst each other. I'm not sure how that's decided, right? In my head, I'm imagining it's based on the mood of who feels like doing it. So you assign a teacher, but it might not be the same person every time, I suppose. And it could... Or you just get someone who's like a total idiot, right? Like, well, there's your teacher. Yep. Learn, children. Learn and grow. We'll get 5 people as a reward for knowledge is power. So that's cool. School's coming up pretty fast.
Perfect. Besides the fact that educated children work more effectively, we'll also teach them to be more careful with their protective clothing and tools.
That's super cool.
This, in turn,
If that actually
leads to
applies.
them staying intact longer, and we conserve valuable resources.
Indeed. If that actually translates directly to a
Now that our
noticeable like
population is
bonus,
starting to
that's
grow,
cool.
We ought to again turn our attention to the topic of food production.
Uh-huh.
We're already accumulating fish and tilling our fields.
Our 2
A
tiny
gatherer's
fields,
cabin
yes.
will now enable us to gather mushrooms and berries from the forest nearby.
Super TJ Maxx was too much? Well, I feel like that is usually what happens, right? With these really big stores, they kind of become overwhelming and it's kind of hard to... Storage capacity is running out. Improve your infrastructure. Oh, man. But yeah, I feel like that does happen when stores get a little overboard. Okay. Oh, there's a ton of berries. Whoa, 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 berry bonanza. Okay. Is it fine to put the cabin like out here off in the distance by itself? I think it is. We're going to do it. Whatever. Got to make some peeps into gatherers. Gather, my peeps. Gather. We'll add some more farmers too. And a water carrier. We'll also max out those fisher people. And I guess we'll leave... I mean, we have like 11 idle peeps though, right? So maybe we'll like tack on one more of each thing. Just to make sure that we're working diligently. We'll have 2 teachers. 2 whole teachers. Got sensory overload from Christmas decorations. That can happen easily. Okay. Got some pillows and some little things. Well, fantastic. Well done. A little clap for you. Assuming the applause was audible. I hope it was. I don't know if I turned them up loud enough. What's going on here? We got homeless peeps. Oh no.
Very good. As you can see, the Gatherer's Cabin is an effective possibility to get food quickly. But watch out. After a drought, it's going to take some time before the plants have regrown.
That makes sense.
As is the case with most buildings, here too, you can relocate the working area at any time.
Great.
Although we are sufficiently supplied at the moment, our survival depends on diligent planning. If we can lay out a plan for an orchard, then we can start to plant fruit or nut trees that we can harvest after a few seasons.
Let's do it. So, yeah, we have a bunch of farmers, so we're set there. The orchard now. Supplies food, like fruits and nuts, okay. Trees can be cut down to obtain wood, cool. Creating the orchard does not require any resources. Trees need time to grow. And the soil irrigation has an effect. Well, it's wet here, so, I mean, yeah, just plop it down right here. Oh, it doesn't like being that narrow? So it has to at least be a 6. It has to at least be a 6x6. Okay. Interesting. I guess we can work around that. We'll put that right here. Found the Wi-Fi password. We're good. Let's go. Awesome. Okay, what should we...
The orchard has been laid out, and the trees are already beginning to grow.
I love plums.
Similar to crops for farming, trees need some time until they are fully grown. But once they have grown, they can be harvested again and again until they have to be newly planted.
Sounds like a good source of food.
Our Gatherer's Cabin gathers food from the surrounding forests. However, there are any number of other plants there which we can use as well. These plants can be gathered by an herbal hut. The herbs gathered there can be consumed by settlers to replenish their health.
I kind of wish he said herbal hut just to make the ha double H sound. Although obviously herbal hut is a more correct pronunciation. For my own amusement, I wish he said herbal hut. Where is the herbal hut? Here it is. Where should we play? Okay. Bye-bye. The herbal herbs are over here, as well as over here, but we should keep it close to the settlement and then just transfer the area of work. What I don't know is if the herbal hut will decrease the attractiveness of the cabins, so we'll put it off to the forest area here. You found a $300 super giant bag of chocolate? Holy moly. That sounds scary. Did you take a picture of that thing? I hope you took a picture of that thing and can pop it in the Discord, because I would like to see that. How are our plum trees doing over here? Decently. They are growing. Kind of hokey having this van still here. Or, I'm sorry, bus wreck. Pick in Discord, fantastic. Thanks for sharing that. I'll have to take a peek at that later. That's right, everyone. If you want to see whatever a $300 bag of candy looks like, if you haven't already seen it, or if you have and just for kicks, hop into the Discord by following that link. Can I increase this? What does production limit even mean? What is this? I like that timed autosave. I think that's great. Not all clickbait is bad, right? This is like a fun, whimsical clickbait. There's nothing wrong. No, someone died! What? Wait, unless he... Do they die or did he, like, leave? Did he run away? Did we get abandoned? Okay, it is yelling at me for the homeless peeps, though, so... What is this cool song that just came on? Heck yeah.
Well done.
No, silence you. I want to listen to the music.
Utilize the gathered herbs to convert them into medicine later on. It might happen that an illness breaks out in our settlement from time to time and spreads among our settlers. That's why we always ought to have enough herbs on hand. Radiation is the main reason why the health status of our settlement can decrease. Although our settlers already use protective clothing to shield themselves against environmental radiation, it might occur that our sources of water become contaminated. We should start to filter our water to prevent this from happening. We will need a great deal of charcoal to accomplish this. The charcoal kiln will burn wood to produce charcoal.
Going back to the medieval ages at this point, get that charcoal kiln. Where's that going to be? Resources? Yes, indeedy. Location attractiveness -5, so we'll slap that right next to the homes. No. No power grid. What? What does it need a power grid for? We have our industrial zone over here, so I guess it only makes sense to put it by the houses. No. To put it, I'm going to put it off a little bit on its own, I suppose. Kind of like, if it catches on fire, we'll just burn the forest down and not our industrial buildings. Makes sense, right? Probably. I'm sure it's fine. And a charcoal burner. Only one is needed. He said a great deal of, like, coal or whatever. It's like you need 2. Okay. I guess that counts as a great deal. People are still complaining about being homeless. It's kind of annoying. Even though these places aren't full. Like, how are you homeless? None of these houses aren't full. Go live with Freddie and Jane, damn it. Also, the storage capacity. How can I fix that? Is it the food? I have too much food and wood. Logistics? Storeroom? Warehouse, okay. But it needs to be researched. You monsters. I guess we'll just not worry about it until the tutorial tells us to. We'll add an extra charcoal burner, just cuz. Go get the wood. Yes, you do that. Oh no, everything's dry.
Great. We can use the charcoal in conjunction with a filtration system to purify our water. Unfortunately, our cistern is not able to do this. Only the water tower has the necessary equipment for this capability. It would be a disgrace if we had to demolish our trusted cistern just to erect a water tower in its place. What we ought to do instead is upgrade the cistern itself.
Now we're talking.
A water tower can store much more water and provides workplaces for a lot more water carriers than our old cistern.
Let's do it. Okay, so it has a little handy button right here. Water tower collects and stores water. Uses coal to filter radiation out of said water. Requires a jetty, well, or rainwater collector. Okay, cool. Power consumption 200. Where is this power consumption thing coming from? We don't have any electricity as far as I know. But that's a problem to worry about later. Are the builders responsible for upgrading it? Oh, it needs all these? It needs a lot of stuff to upgrade. 12 plastic? Do I even have 12 plastic? I have 0 plastic. They gave me the plastic I needed. How nice. Okay. I need to build another recycler. Oh no. Let's put it with the other ones, I suppose. Wait, which one was the recycler? The one that specifically, yeah, broke down scrap into one item. Indeed. How am I? I am decent. Thank you for asking. It was a pretty long day. Relatively productive. I don't know. I was like dealing with a lot of support related stuff today, so being new on my team, I don't know all that stuff. So it was a little hectic, you know, having to look up a lot of things. But you know, I got through it. It was okay. Tomorrow I'll do it again. But yeah, I guess all in all, it was a pretty decent day. Nice and productive, I suppose, and very busy, which is less nice, but it is what it is. What was that green? Wow, a lot of statistical charts. That's crazy. Okay, we're not going to dive into that right now. Yeah, it was an okay day. It went by relatively fast. So that was nice. You know, some days are busy, but they drag on. Other days, active filtration. Let's do it. Other days are you're not busy, but they still drag on, right? Like some days you don't get shit done, and the day flies by, and you're like, "Holy crap! I didn't get anything done. What did I do all day?" Other days, you don't get anything done, and the day drags on, and you're like, "Man, I was just waiting for today to be over since I started work." And other times you work really hard, and the day still drags on, and you feel like, why am I doing this to myself? So, you know, there's basically like those 4 variations on the workday. People in your town are calling 911 because there is an Xfinity outage. Well, that definitely sounds like an emergency. Not only 911, that sounds like a national emergency. I think the National Guard should be called in to provide relief. Just because Xfinity is crapping out. I mean, if the weather is crap, get it? Crapping out? You know, it's bound to happen. You just have to deal with it. Electricity. It's not hooked up to a power grid. I mean, well, I could tell you that. I just wanted to see what that thing said. How am I progressing on this task completion here? Oh, I just don't have enough people assigned to be a water carrier.
Our new water tower is up and ready for action. Good work. Filtering the water is an important next step because clean drinking water is a key mainstay of any stable society.
That is true. You do need clean water.
Let's begin with filtering our water. To save on charcoal, we ought to ensure that at least a little bit of